Located at the foot of the Chungsheng mountain with a lot of sunshine and wind, this land is so peaceful and romantic, where all potentialities gather and all development opportunities exist. And it is also the land of endless history and culture. Along with the integrated trend, this land becomes more and more prosperous. This land is Lamdong, a province in the south of the West Highland, where there is Dalat, a well-known tourist city, where there is Baolok with its rich basalt soil, scented to the vast tea hills and coffee plantations. Lamdong, the homeland of pine trees and fog, of vegetables and flowers, of tea and coffee, of vast forests which seem familiar and mysterious, of gentle, hospitable, active and smart people. Coming to this highland, you will enjoy life in a town in the middle of hills, pine tree forests, fog and colorful flowers. Lamdong, the land with plenty of potentialities. Going back to the history of Dalat-lamdong is going back to the immense time of memories. Formerly, this high region is so foggy and distant that people seem to get lost in the forest beside rare tribes of ethnic people. Thousands of years ago, the researchers that were made to carry out archaeological sites sunk in the deep earth gradually opened the gate into the history of this land. Lamdong contains itself the whole system of the value of primitive society. It is also one of the birthplace of the Vietnamese ancient culture which linked Eastern and Western civilizations. The historic wheels have passed by this forestry region and sent endless values to the future generations. These are invaluable steps which create a foundation to future progress to this land. A Swiss French scientist, Mr. A. Yersin, noted his meeting with the modest and honest local people on his second exploration in June 1893. The romantic nature and the open-hearted character of the long-time landlords made good impression for the explorer. These made him feel so good that he began to think about the building of a town in the middle of the mountainous region. Yersin did what he dreamed when General Governor Paul Doumer approved his suggestion. Dalat City, the capital city of Lamdong, started to be established after the investigations of this European scientist. Since then, the history of Lambian Plateau has got a new era in modern history. That is the itinerary of all conquerings of nature, exploitations of natural resources, exploitations of all rich potentialities from land, forest, mild climate, and romantic landscape. From the first days, when main traffic ways were built, the sleeping areas seemed to wake up and gave birth to an ideal tourist resort as well as a famous area of industrial plants. Then came the industries of forestry processes and mineral processing. Keeping on and promoting original opinions, Dalat-lamdong is always getting more and more lively. On this land of sunshine and wind, there consists a valuable fortune. That is a range of exploited potentialities which makes foundation for development process. This is an impressive landscape with a lot of interesting places and historical vestiges. On this land, the original inhabitants of all over Vietnam live with ethnic minorities in their human value of culture. The climate is mild, the rainfall is pretty high, and the soil is rich. The plateau has got various species of animals and plants. The undersoil of Lamdong also contains a fortune of minerals. The local labor is young with creative, hard-working personality. All of these potentialities and outdoor resources are the launching facts for the development of this area. Lamdong has got powerful conditions in agriculture, forestry, industry, handicraft, tourism, and commerce. Dalat City is also known as a training center, a scientific center of the nation. In order to make opportunities for new prospects, investments to build transportation nets are priorities of Lamdong government. The province has carried out programs to upgrade and to open new transportation means to nationwide regions and regional regions with the support of central government. With the accomplishment of infrastructure, among which the traffic system, Dalat can attract the most tourists. Lamdong also takes special care to the traffic in the outskirts in order to shorten the distance and to enlarge the trade to distant areas. The traffic system has been never as completed as before. The biggest project of traffic system connected Lamdong and Dong Nai and Ho Chi Minh City, the highway Yo-Ye-Dalat, is going to be carried out. With a total capital of $600 million, this traffic system is 189 kilometers long with modern standard. From 2008, the highway from Liên Khương Airport to Dalat, one part of this great traffic system, has been in use. Along with the completion of traffic system, the air system from Dalat to Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi has come up to 6 return flights a day. In some coming days, when the project of International Airport of Liên Khương is completed, Dalat will go to many countries all over the world, and it will welcome many tourists from other countries by direct flights. During the implementation of the project of bauxite exploitation and aluminum processing in the Central Highlands, the idea of building the railway linking Dak Nong, Lamdong and Bình Thuận was made. The railway from Dalat to Phan Rang, the most special railway going up and down mountains, which existed for nearly 100 years, is on its way to be recovered. Now, tourists can catch a train from Dalat, enjoy the sights of the outskirts on an ancient steam engine. All ways of upgrading lead to the development of economic life. Lamdong now expresses a new go-up with projects of industrialized period with high size and scale. Many industrial zones, many agricultural zones, applied high technology are established on many regions. Investment projects are more and more enlarged, and they are all done effectively. From town to countryside, we can see a new way of life, a modern way of life everywhere. This new way of life has been expressed the most clearly in the capital city of Lamdong, the romantic city of Dalat. Dalat is not attractive because of its glamorous beauty, but of its charming beauty. The atmosphere of this city is so romantic and full of feelings. Tourists coming here admire the pure atmosphere. Pine trees, flowers, fog everywhere on high hills, on low valleys, on blue rivers, on wavy lakes. This atmosphere seems a little sad. One blue rivers on wavy lakes. This atmosphere seems a little sad. Nights seem to pass by on winding hills and night lights flash fancifully. The voice of vendors lead you to hot drinks like soya bean drinks, coffee. The sounds of horse feet are heard from the top of the hill. In the coldness of a highland night, the breath of a lively town is so powerful. The rhythm of the town life shows the active facts of a tourist city, an area specialized in agricultural products, a town with a lot of modern services in a time of international economic and cultural integration. History has got its own events, its special times. From a resort city which reminded their hometown of the Europeans coming here in the early days of the last century from the land of the kingdom of the last king of Vietnam. The outlook of Dalat is done by the physical and mental works of many generations. And now, the results of these works naturally become effective on this land. It's true that on this rich land, fruit and vegetables as well as flowers grow naturally. Lamdong has got various kinds of products. 100 kinds of flowers on huge area of land and great amount give high economic value to inhabitants. Dalat and its near districts such as Dong Yung, Đức Trọng, Lạc Dương have become an area specialized in vegetables provided of domestic and foreign markets. Vegetable product branded Dalat are supplied to the local 4 to 5-star hotels and have been sold to the Cambodian market recently. In an effort to make a firm stand for the vegetation plant, the relevant government and branches have supported local farmers to produce vegetable according to GAP standard, creating a groundwork for the sustainable growth of the vegetable product branded Dalat-lamdong. The rich soil of basalt and the mild climate of Lamdong helps the creation of an area specialized in tea plants and tea processing. The prosperity of products give opportunities for trading for active characters in business and stable commerce for local people. In Lamdong, the image of commercial life is clearly seen in some central markets. With a system of original markets, kinds of agricultural markets such as main markets in the province as Dalat Market, Palau Market, Liên Nghĩa Market. Dalat Market is a market which history went back to the time of the town establishment, and now it's still a shopping center. All businesses are honest. In the market, the sellers and you can buy things at right prices, right quality. Like Dalat, the young town of Bảo Lộc has got fast improvement. This town plays the role of an economic and commercial center of all southern districts. All activities of the people on this rich basalt soil are connected with the tea plants. From Ho Chi Minh City to Dalat, going over a pass and through a jungle, Bảo Lộc welcomes you with its immense tea plantations. The green is as far as the eyes can see. This pace is very fast, romantic and energetic. Your minds will be open with a lot of memories about the old days when our ancestors started processing tea. Tea plants became more and more adapted on this ecological environment. So far, among the 33 provinces, which had a total area of tea plants of over 125,000 hectares, Lamdong has been considered as the tea granary of Vietnam, with an area of 26,000 hectares. The yield is 182,000 tons. Lamdong tea plantations occupy 21% of the total area and 27% of the total yield of the country. In 1893, right after the discovery of Dalat by A. Yersin, General Governor Paul Doumer sent other explorers to nearby places, especially in the direction of southeast and south of Dalat. In 1899, the Frenchmen discovered Cầu Đất, Di Linh, Bảo Lộc, and especially Palau land, with its prosperous soil and mild climate, which is very suitable for the growing of tea and coffee plants. Since then, tea has been talked about at the same time with the name of this land. Tea plants quietly go beside the time and the life of people here, the garden, the yard of every family here. From the beginning, workers on tea processing chose the name Palau for their products. Formerly, there were some famous brands of tea here such as Quốc Thái, Đỗ Hữu, Rong Vang, Thiên Thanh, Ngọc Trang. In the last 10 years, there were many domestic and foreign investors coming to Bảo Lộc to process tea. They were Chinese, Japanese, Korean businessmen. They became wealthy soon. According to statistics, there are nearly 1,500 factories of tea processing in Bảo Lộc. Palau tea is not only for national consumption, but it has spread out to many other markets in the world. Our photographers have taken some photos of some modern businesses which quickly developed on tea processing in Lamdong, such as Tâm Châu, Tâm Anh, Thái Bảo, Hai Yi, Vĩnh Tiến. All of them manufacture in accordance with the closed process from materials and products from production to commercing. Their products are various, high quality and beautifully packed. Some famous tea products of Lamdong as oolong tea, green tea, black tea and herbal tea products as artichoke tea, knotweed tea, lakwa tea are used widely by domestic and foreign consumers. Along with tea, vegetables and coffee, flowers are specialities of this land. Going from Baolap to Dalat means going from tea kingdom to flower kingdom. From the flowers that were planted only for home use by gardeners, now the whole city has become a large plantation of flowers, the biggest plantation of the country. Many of the gardeners who used to plant flowers just for fun have become managers of farms of high-quality flowers and millionaire or billionaire on flowers. Dalat flowers have appeared in high-class supermarkets in many countries in the world. Besides Dalat-lamdong, factory specialized in flower businesses, there is the famous Dalat Farm, a Dutch factory which specializes in producing high-class flowers, and these flowers are in nearly all markets of the world. Most are in Japan, Hong Kong, England, Australia, and Thailand.
And there are many reasons, but I will keep it short. I was looking for a place in Asia to grow flowers, and on my survey in different Asian countries I found Vietnam and I found Dalat. And after seeing Dalat, I thought this is the best location to grow flowers for the reason the height above the sea level, the good pieces of land, flat land, the availability of water, the availability of manpower, the distance to the international airport.